Randomly, uniformly, in search of paradise clarity.
Randomly, usually the opposite of uniformity, but the shifts in time form a certain parity. With the gesture of buttons comes clarity.
So let's talk about it. I don't know what's worse. Hearing someone say, before they begin to talk about it, this might be a bad example, but, and then they proceed to give that bad example. I don't know if it's worse that they had to announce that they were about to give a bad example, or if the bad example was sufficient. But if you can analyze that what you're about to say is a bad example, and the bad example is just simply not correlating to the best of your argument, like the situational hypothetical scenario is so abstract, it's not really relatable to where it's like, what? That don't make sense. A good example is relatable, identifiable, and generally objective. But if you're given a bad example, which doesn't take into account the measures, the numbers, the correlations, and you know that because you say this might not be the best example, so something in you, for you to say that means you on some level knew that this was a stretch. Now you can back that stretch up, but if you could back that stretch up, that sounds so anyways. You got to be able to not only explain it, but explain it very simply so that it's not going to lose them at the end. Great examples are evidence of that. Simply said, it's like, oh. Here's one. The more water you drink, the more you have to LMNOP. I like to say LMNOP, but you know what I mean. The more you take in, you got to bang out. You just can't take it in. It has to come out in some way. And that's just not water, of course. That's anything. So that's a dialectical relationship that exists. It's a universal law. It's just true. It's also true that there are positives and negatives to everything. Nothing is 100% bad or 100% good. And the struggle between those two forces is knowing what would be more useful overall, what would be of service to everyone that plays a part. The collective acknowledgement always goes further than the individual. It's not just one superhero flying in the sky making everything happen. It takes the masses of the people. And that is a scientific fact, because any other form in life, look at the ants. They work together. The bees, they work together. Animals, all living things generally understand the importance of a unified effort. That is what I wanted to say in this video, I guess. But anyways, I'm starting to really show that tattoo because I remember I got this tattoo because it was like a perfect transition, you know, like if I was doing a guitar solo right now. So anyways, rUiSoPC, randomly, uniformly, in search of paradise clarity. And I want to say this message again because I said it before, but I think I can be a little bit more clear. So just get a little nearer. If you don't have the capacity to take it, you can train. The wonderful thing about the body and the mind is the more you do something, the better you are at it, the more able you are to do more of it. So if you start at 5, you'll eventually increase to 20, from 20 to 60, and on and on and on, however you want. It's really up to you, whatever you want to do. But you have to start somewhere. You stay there for a bit, then you increase. You keep increasing until you have more. Then you are able to maintain, because not only did you want more, you put in more to get more. You will never be disappointed when you know what you want and you know what you're able to take. That's even more important. What are you able to take? What can you not fake? Because you might not think you faking, but if you're not really taking it, people know that, you know. The signs are visible. Now, there are great actors that pretend, but if you're really not taking it well, it's kind of noticeable. Very noticeable, in fact. So train so that you can maintain. That is the message. Are you? rUiSoPC.
What's up, brother? What's up?
Randomly, uniformly, in search of paradise clarity. You know what remains true? How faithful you are to you. The way you treat people is a reflection on how you treat yourself. If you don't know how to treat people with respect, you're not treating yourself with respect. And dignity is acknowledged in how the masses are treated. And that means having patience. That means distributing kindness, grace, respect to every single person, regardless of how they identify. You and they are in the same space, therefore needed to extend grace. Because what is happening to them could easily happen to you. Uniformly, randomly, in search of paradise clarity.